Mikami. I'm a professional table tennis player from the Kuwaiti national team. For a long time I have been looking for a show on YouTube that analyzes table tennis physically and mentally, but unfortunately I haven't found any. So I decided to do one by myself in my little experience, since I have been playing professionally in the last 10 or 12 years. So first of all, as a table tennis player, you should decide if you're gonna go with the Asian or European style, and we're gonna know the differences and what makes the Asian is controlling table tennis perfectly in the last 10 years. So first of all, we will analyze the mental part, and then we will go on the table on our next episode and we'll try to analyze it physically. So first of all, if we start as in the beginning of the game, you started with the serves. So that's one of the things that make Asians win or get the victory of most of their matches, by winning so many points. I have been analyzing so many matches for Malong, Malin, Wang Hao, Wang Lichin, Van Xingdong, all these players that I have, some of them I have played with and some of them I have analyzed their matches. So they won at least in each set around 2 to 4 points by their serve. If we go to the European style, it's mostly that you want to keep a short serve, low with underspin in it. So the other player will keep the ball short and they will start playing the short game. If we go to the Asian style, they will try to force you in their strong serve to receive really long, and they can attack from their first hit. If we go to the forehand, forehand is one of the strongest parts in the Asian style. It makes them win so many matches, especially loop on loop. I give them 10 on 10 on that part. So also on their first or third ball attack, they try to finish the ball from their first attack. They don't even wait to keep the ball on the table as the European style 2 or 3 times to finish it. If we go to the backhand, mostly European in this part do have advantage over the Asians. Asians technically take most of the table, 75% of the table on their forehand side and 25% on their backhand side. So technically most of the table on the Asian style is by their forehands. If we go to the European style, it's 50-50. Your forehand side is your forehand side and your backhand side is also your backhand side. So that's one of the parts that make them stable on the table, but you can't finish so many points by being stable on the table, not having a third ball attack, killing the third ball. So if we go to the receive part, that's one of the parts I have been analyzing before, especially in the last 2 years. I have been looking and watching videos from 1990 to 2000, and from 2000 to 2010, and from 2010 to nowadays. So let's analyze the serves and receives from 1990 to 2000. Mostly European at that time had the strongest serves, because that time the game was you just want to serve long or short. Okay, the other player will just push to you long directly without even thinking, and you start looping. That's from 1990 to 2000. If we go to 2000 to 2010, the game has a little bit changed, since the short game has engaged more inside the game. So you serve short and then they push to you short again, and then we wait who make the mistake, and then you start flipping the ball and then having your third ball attack. But in 2010, around 2011, the game has changed. We have now the ball from 38 millimeters to 40 millimeters, which make the ball bigger, less spin, heavier, which are easy to flip, which help the Asian more because mostly on the old times, the game, as we said, from 2000 to 2010, it was a short game. But from 2010 until nowadays, the players still serve short, but the ball has less spin in it, so they go with flipping the ball on the backhand, and then the backhand game start to engage more. As we can see on the Chinese, go with the Chinese national team before 2010 and after 2010, you're gonna see that their backhand game has totally changed, as we can see that with Ma Long, Fan Xingdong. Their backhand was one of the strongest in the Chinese history for the Chinese national team. That's a normal thing for the European style. Our question for this part, and I bet everyone who give me the right answer, this is gonna be our first giveaway. You got $150 from Butterfly. You can go and purchase anything with it. Does the Japanese national team or the Japanese style is mostly or more likely European or Asian style? And we will have an example as John Mazistani. Go and analyze his videos and his match and let me know what do you think. And so that's the mental part. In our next episodes, we're gonna analyze more the physical part of the Asians, why it makes them more, they have more freedom on the table, because their height, because their weight, and how long are their hands, how much do they practice. We're gonna go more on that. That's just our first episode. So before we finish, let's go to the top 10 right now on ITTF. Let's see how many Asians are in there and how many Europeans. Statistically, we can see there are 8 players from Asia, 2 from Europe, which means 80% Asians. But the surprising part, if we go to the top 100 worldwide, we can see there are 36 Asians, 58 Europeans, 2 Africans, 3 South America, and 1 from Canada. So technically the top 10, we can see the Asians is killing it. But mostly, like in the top 100, we can see the Europeans is making a victory over the Asians. How do we analyze that? We analyze that if you want to do the Asian styles, it's either you do it perfectly and you're gonna be one of the best players, or you're gonna be a good player, but not one of the top 100. This is our first episode. This is Abdullah Mikemi. Again, answer our question. What do you think about the Japanese style? Is it more likely Asians or Europeans? This is Abdullah Mikemi from our show, first episode, our show called TablePong. Hopefully we're gonna see you soon. We're gonna go to the table in our next episodes. We're gonna analyze more physically, mentally. We're gonna have interviews with so many international players, one of the top players. We're gonna have so many giveaways. This is Abdullah Mikemi. Thank you guys so much. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.